This could be a classic disaster because we're basically like the violinists playing on the Titanic at the minute. And not just because one of us was on my James Cameron episode. Hello, Christian. How are you doing today?
Just counting down the minutes until Avatar 3, Husey. Can't wait.
I heard this one's going to be really long, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, they decided that they actually would put a plot in this one, so I'm hoping.
Well, speaking of putting something into something, it's Cayley, everybody. Cayley, how are you doing today?
I'm great. Don't put things in me.
Well,
what about butter in your mouth?
All right, maybe.
Okay.
Well, speaking of putting things in mouths, we've got a pineapple from England. Ekul, how are you doing today?
Oh, good. I'm so glad we could go live. Oh, my God. We're going to have so many views today, Husey. You're going to have like 200, 300, 400 live viewers. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Nerd.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I forgot to, of course, mention we've got a bunch of the old drops back because I found them in a file. So, Cayley?
Yeah, well, I think we should just fuck, Cayley. Is that cool?
I'm in. Let's go. Yes, it's my favorite.
Excellent.
Oddly enough, it's also my favorite.
And one of the fattest people I've ever met in my life. He's actually kind of gross to look at. And holy shit, is he furious. It's the Quad Father. Quad, how you doing today?
Yeah, buddy. Like an iceberg on wheels. I'm here for your Titanic disaster, buddy.
Am I allowed to put my penis in your vagina right now?
I don't have a vagina. That's kind of rude.
That's not what I heard, and you look like one. So, and you use two hands. So, anyway, we're getting off track. And speaking of dirty diamond gazers, he's a right nutty bastard. Roachy.
Oh, mate.
Yeah. What you doing?
Yeah, as you can tell, I'm really enthusiastic about being on this show.
Back off then.
Hey, Lemmy, it's Tony from The Dark Knight Rises. Shout out to my good friend Christian Bale. His mother was asking for it. English people, am I right? Anyway, Lemmy, just wanted to say, great milkers. Last time I seen a set of redneck jugs like that, two hillbillies were blowing into them. I wish I was Irish. I wish I had a home cinema. Husey has both. Gagia! Alright, fuck you, Husey, for making me do a 24-hour cameo when I'm sick. I hate you so much.
Got to edit that last part out. So today's very
you had to hold on. You had to pay a guy to say nice things about you?
No, he did it for free. It's just that he fell over and he happened to have this cameo poster in the background. It's typical Tony. He's Italian. You know what they're like, don't you, Quad?
Yeah. The Moors did so much fucking. That's what I gathered.
Go suck a dick! So what we're doing today is, of course, Quad is the leader of the BYB show. I think it's probably your most recent episode. Did this have you had Ashley Cummings on, and Lemmy turned up? I think she may have had a couple of, some of the old,
Irish
a couple of glasses of,
boobs.
Hillbilly jugs.
That is gross talk. So she really got into it, and it was kind of fucking amazing because, and I think we'll start with the Cayley on this one. With Ashley Cummings, did you have any preconceived notions of her, and do you want her on once over with Cayley to hopefully get some inside scoop from her sister's classic Foo Fighters film Studio 666?
I don't think that there's ever been somebody that I was less interested in, actually. No, I had some preconceived notions about her, but I'm relatively unfamiliar with her history. So I know she's been kind of talking with KB for a while, and I don't know. She is somebody who I feel like I've only recently become familiar with. So maybe I was a little biased when I came into it.
What about you, Ekul? You really have a genuine hatred of women.
Smelly whore.
Mm-hmm. So what was your original opinion of Ashley Cummings?
I thought she's amazing. I thought she's worth every penny. I think if possible, we should do a GoFundMe to get her on your show, Husey. Yeah, no, I've got nothing bad to say about her. She's definitely the most successful of the Cummings sisters as well. So
I think 20% of 0 is 0, though, right? If that math plays.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So that means that you're trying to get her on the show, yeah?
No, that means you don't make any money. You're a loser.
Okay. Christian, the ladies' man, the guy that lives the Hollywood dream, probably got to talk like the Pink Panther's tail. What was your opinion of Ashley Cummings?
Well, Ekul kind of touched on it. The reason I hate her is that it proves the fact that by no stretch of the imagination could Whitney Cummings be the least talented member of her family. And I liked having the assumption that that was the case. But side-by-side comparison, I mean, Whitney Cummings is hysterical. She's a classically trained actress, and she's good to look at, by comparison.
Yeah, I gotta admit that there have been many times that Ashley Cummings would. I mean, the other one, Whitney Houston or whatever the fuck her sister was.
Whitney Cummings, yeah. Although I know you admire her on-screen boyfriend on her sitcom, Crystalia, and I believe you have modeled your life after his in a lot of ways.
The grooming, you mean? The grooming you modeled.
Yeah, that's good, Claude. You weren't supposed to actually give away the fucking punchline, you fat bastard. But Rochi, what was when this whole stuff about Ashley Cummings? What was your fucking opinion on that dousy bird?
Yeah, well, I was surprised actually, Husey, because I actually took her word for things. I actually believed her. I thought Mystical Everything was full of rubbish, if you will. And it turns out that maybe she was full of shit. Who knows? I thought it was funny, and the fact that she ended up going on BYB for less than what she would do MLC was quite telling to what sort of lady she is,
Yeah, Quad, would you, it's not really any of our business, but tell us anyway, Fat Boy, how much did you have to pay her, or how much did she ask for to come on?
She got $30. I told her I would pay her 20% of whatever we made net, and I gave her $30, which is $2 more than she should have got. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I ask for $2 back?
Yes.
I've been thinking about it.
Definitely, please do.
Roundtable has to say in her house.
All right.
Yeah. Unless she sends you a beef shot, then she owes you $30. So you'll get all your money back.
Kinda did.
Look at the picture between her legs.
I kind of did.
She's so thin, Ashley Cummings, and this may sound vulgar, and I hope it doesn't get taken that way, but if she was going to take a picture of her fart box, she'd need to do it with an IMAX camera, because there's nothing there. Like, she has a spine with a hole at the end of it. There's no mud flaps, right, Christian?
No, yeah. There's no flaps, and there's certainly no mud.
Jesus. But we've also got a poll in the question, and I meant to say poll in the chat. That's a funny mistake. You should clip that and we'll get it out there. Fucking crazy this episode. We are mad bastards. The question in the poll is, did Lemmy go too hard? The options are yes, it was uncomfortable. No, Ashley had it coming. And don't know, let me gift you memberships. I think that's a fair option. Don't you, Quad?
I don't know, man. She did. You can never go too hard. What are we talking about here? Hello, it's the Dabbleverse.
Quad, did you ever watch the Larry Sanders Show?
Yeah.
You sound like Hank Kingsley.
Hey now.
Yeah. Black people.
Hey now.
What do you want me to do with that information? Is there a next thing to this? I don't know.
Nope. That's it.
I just thought you needed to know.
Great bit. Hey, that was a great bit. You really worked that one out.
Yeah, I did. I have loads of things
well
to work
thought out,
Quad.
buddy.
Don't you fucking worry. So,
are you drunk today? What's going on here? All right.
Today, are you
No,
drunk?
he's not
today?
drunk. That's the issue.
Yeah.
He's sober. That's the problem.
Let's see your hand. Are you shaking?
Now, let me see you shake yours. I win. So anyway, that's why fucking Mr. Kill Everything was at Ashley's house so that he can actually finger it.
I'll do the fingering.
He's got big knuckles, I hear.
He's doing anything big about him. I hate him. So we're going to start this excellent episode from the BYB channel, but we're not going by a clipper. We're going from the actual source. Remember when people used to do that? Yeah, fucking clipper cunts. Don't mean that in the bad way. So it starts off, KB, or Lady KB, and Ashley had started arguing because basically Ashley Cummings had hinted or basically said that MKE S8 her. But then, what's her name? Ashley said it and KB was arguing. And then Lemmi turns up. So if anybody needs me to stop, just shout out, "Oh no!" and then I'll know to pause it. Okay, Quad?
Stop the sexual assault or the video?
Hey now.
But we're going to play this if I can get into the thing. Fuck me.
Perfect.
I came back from dinner. I took like a few bong hits, and I had like 3 glasses of wine at dinner. So like I took some bong hits, and I just like fell asleep. I wasn't gonna be like, you have to sleep on the couch. Like we were watching a show, and I just fell asleep. And then that's
the first thing I've got to say. Cayley, I've spoke to you for a couple of years online. No offense taken, but I'm pretty sure that if I came to your house, you wouldn't say, "Okay, come stay here and live here for the night," and get completely fucking blackout drunk.
It's weird. It's super, super weird. Like us as women, I feel like we're ultra protective over that. So usually the only time that a woman invites a guy to spend the night at her house is if she would also like something to happen, I feel like.
Jesus.
I'll do the fingering.
She was
smelly
asking
whore.
for it.
I don't know.
Great
I don't know
comment.
that that's what I'm saying, but I think that she must have had interest.
Mm.
And that's the thing. Like, we're not saying that she deserved it, but it is kind of weird to invite give them all the signs that you would be interested in that way, and then to actually not be.
Suck my dad.
Husey, though, you're going to think that this is disgusting, but one time I did have Tony from Hack the Movies stay in my apartment. I know. I'm sorry.
How many shits did he take?
Like 20. I actually couldn't even say goodbye to him because he was shitting for so long and I had to leave.
Fuck it, yeah. He's an Italian.
Story there.
Shades Cow, $5. How often is that you are sleeping and you don't notice a man dingering you? Apparently, it doesn't allow it to say
I
fingering.
hope that, yeah. Let's move past that subject. But
I'll move on, but the super chatters may not. That's possible too. And they are pouring in to make it worth your while. So.
What did we say? 20% of the chats.
Oh, here you are. I knew you were going to say it on air. Yeah, that is what I told you. Yes, 20%.
You said it. You said it on air on Friday. But that is what we said.
Ashley, why not get a job? Like, why do you
assume I don't have a job?
Dude, why subject yourself to this?
You see what I'm
shit?
saying? This girl hates me. Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. I don't even know you. I'm just asking you a fucking question.
You
it's a
said,
simple question.
why don't you get a job? As if I don't have a job. That insinuates I don't have one. I have several.
But you seem desperate for money. Why not?
More, let's get to the core. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me?
I don't even fucking know you.
Yeah, so if you don't know me, how do you know what I do and what I do not do?
I just
Right. So here she comes.
Big redneck jugs.
And I don't know if Lemmi didn't like Ashley, but whatever. But Lemmy's usually very zen and very rarely, what's the term, combative. But at Quad, did you know that Lemmi had a problem with Ashley beforehand?
Nope. I never even talked to Little Lemmi about this at all. So I don't even think. I mean, she must have seen that I put it out on Twitter, you know, because I tag her in every episode of BYB. So obviously she knows every single guest I'm going to be having on. So if she had seen her around and had some issues with her, I was totally unaware of it. Lemmy came in. I think KB's her homie. And I think she just kind of came in to back her up a little bit. I'm guessing I still haven't had a conversation with Little Lemmy about this. So I don't know.
I love CP.
Simply asked you a question.
You said,
why not get a job
fucking
instead of
job?
going on these
Yeah, but
podcasts
you know what?
and
Your brain
subjecting
doesn't
yourself to
work
all
right
this
now.
shit?
Your brain doesn't
Ladies,
work.
ladies,
I mean,
please.
over and over, and I keep answering.
Please.
You said, "Why don't you get a job?" As if I don't have one. I said, "What makes you think I don't have a job? I actually
A
have
second
3.
job. Why not get a second job if you're so
I
hard
have
up for money?
3. This is
Okay.
like a side thing that's making me money recently. Why do you hate me? Let's get to the actual question.
Oh my god.
If you have 3 jobs, you wouldn't be wasting your fucking time on BYB. I'll tell you that.
I have 3 jobs and I've been on BYB.
Same.
Thank you, Lucy. Time
Only
off.
one of my jobs actually pays, but still.
Yeah, and whatever Lemmy's doing, that's the most southern her accents ever sounded like. She almost spat into platoon at the end of it there. Lemmy, if you own a cowboy hat, let us know. Lemmy needs to do a live stream chewing on like a hay stick or something. Hit the like button.
I'd watch it.
We need to get more Cayley and Lemmy episodes because you're a couple of mad bastards, and I mean that in the most offensive way that I can think of. But Lemmy's about to drop a vulgar line, which is entertaining.
What kind of jobs? Hand jobs? Blow jobs? Rim jobs? Z jobs?
Ooh. Right. Question for the chat, and we'll start with Christian on this. What's a Z job?
I was actually trying to think about what a Z job could possibly be, and I was wondering if it's when you jerk someone off on a Xanax, but then I remembered Xanax spelled with an X, so I have no answer for that. I'm sorry.
Cayley, any idea what a Z job is?
It's got to be Zumach jobs, right?
Rochi, Z job?
The worst kind of job.
Yeah, I mean, Kaylee just stole my attempt at a poor joke, which is to shit on Chad Zumach, but I'm not allowed to do that.
Everybody laughed really hard when I said it, so I'm sorry for that.
No, go ahead, Rochi. I can make it funny. Go say the same joke again.
Nope.
Go ahead, Rochi.
What's that, Husey? Your mic's breaking up, mate. So.
Ekul, what's a Z job?
Wait, what did Lucy say again? Something about Chad Zumach. Go.
Yeah.
I love English people. They're hilarious. And Quad, do you know what a Z job is?
Zebra, maybe? Like, insert horse dick joke here. I don't know.
There you go.
I have no idea.
It'll be clipped and used as a drop for the next episode.
She actually does do yoga, teaching lessons.
Yoga or actual
I
yoga?
actually teach teachers how to teach yoga. So I have my own teacher training program. I teach privates. I teach
Like those who can't do teach kind of thing? I get
Sorry,
it. I feel you.
Husey, what does it mean when
Your
she
hair
says
is
she
just-
teaches privates? Because I think that might refer back to whatever a Z job is. She says she teaches privates.
Yeah, I think she sucks dicks for money.
Yeah, and are they
Cayley?
military, low-ranking military members? So she only teaches privates.
I was losing my mind when she was describing this because that doing a yoga teacher training where you're training other people to become yoga teachers is like one of the most MLM things without fucking selling Mary Kay out of your trunk. It's not a job. It's not a job. It's not a job. I'm sure some people make money off of it, but dude, that's so dumb.
Yeah, I think that's one of those. It's one of those job titles people come up with so that they don't say I'm currently unemployed. Like you don't teach someone how to fucking do yoga. You just go on YouTube. Like how the fuck would she have clients that don't know how to use YouTube? Such as right now, where everyone will hit the like button, right, Quad?
Yeah, I mean, she also makes like $4 an hour streaming too. So I mean, that's not. She's busy doing stuff like taking edibles, drinking wine. I'm sure there's all kinds of shit she does during the day.
Well, there's just
Hello?
one thing with super chat.
You all right, buddy? You doing okay?
She talks shit about Motley Crue and Kiss. Well, I won't talk shit about Kiss, but Motley Crue fucking stinks. So there you go. They're one of the shittest bands ever. Their Netflix film was
unbelievable. Can you play a fucking drum set upside down? I don't fucking think so.
Can you hold a chicken drumstick?
You got me there. Fucker.
I know. Believe me, it's my calling card.
Stunning.
Thank you.
All right. Question for the panel. Have you ever heard of anyone charging their date money to sleep over at their house, not counting hookers? Ozone.
Why do you guys have to call it a date? It was meeting a person in real life. It wasn't a date. He keeps calling it a date.
If I get finger blasted, I feel like that's a date. Even if I'm sleeping.
Is it a good date or a bad date, Lemmy? Come on.
It depends on how I feel when I wake up. It depends on if I'm walking funny. If I'm walking funny, it was probably a good date.
Then that's too many fingers.
There's no such thing. Hey, right, Ashley?
Whoa!
Hey, Cayley, I just would start the question with you. Is there such thing as too many fingers?
Lemmy is always right about everything.
I'll do the fingering.
Excellent. What about you, Ekul? You're married. Do you ever sometimes hear the wife go, "Fucking hell, watch it"?
No, I don't finger me anneanymore. No more.
Nice.
Look at Ashley's face though, right there. That's such a perfect freeze frame. She's like, I wish I was somewhere else right now so bad. It's obvious.
Yeah,
like,
nice.
Oh my God, what did I sign up for? Holy shit.
Nice, how we felt when we had to watch her cunt sister in Studio 666. And by the way, I'm willing to bet she's one of the people that Dave Grohl was banging. So there you go.
That's the face I made the first time you came on my show, Husey.
Which face? Yours?
No, different face. The Ashley face.
Quad, you look like Hans Gruber.
Thanks.
Anyone ever tell you?
You mean after he fell off of Nakatomi Plaza?
Jesus.
Sorry,
Didn't
Quad.
think we're going to go there.
By the way, Ashley, this is Lemmy, a longtime co-host of the BYB Podcast. Been around for years and years. Welcome, Lemmy. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
It's been a minute or two. Sketty Tooth John. Do you know Sketty Tooth John, Ashley? Have you ever met?
I love her.
Yeah, she's fucking awesome. Actually, I won't say that on air. I think she's past that. But going back to Chad Zumach.
Quad, what would you say on her?
Right.
Say it on air.
That's true. So true. I wouldn't.
Yeah, Husey's channel isn't the same as being on air. This is
true. Yeah,
it's just hanging out with friends.
Yeah, this is think of this basically like just Reddit with a couple people looking over here. It's fine.
Yeah, you don't think you could tell us what it is, Quad?
No, I know I can't tell you what it is. I mean, come on. You guys know you're around the rumor mill as much as I am, so you know what I was saying, but I won't say it. You know what Chad Zumach did.
No.
Zumach knew.
Go ahead, Quad. Tell us.
Can you at least tell us how many fingers Chad Zumach used?
No. Okay,
So fucking what?
Fuck Chad Zumach. Yeah, every time I think of Sketty Tooth John, that's what I think.
Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Bless his heart. No, we have that drop. I at least waited 2 months before inviting a strange internet man to stay at my house. I want to say his name too. Scatty Tooth, why do you have so many mysteries surrounding you? I don't feel like I could just blurt out all your personal info, because I think then I would end up in the fucking Chad Zumag zone. And I don't want to go there. I'm a good egg. I want to stay a good egg too.
Bless your heart.
I at least waited 2 months before inviting a strange internet. Well, whatever. I mean, yeah, you met. When did you meet Mr. Celebrity? When was that?
Has no one been on has no one ever been on I wasn't even looking for a date. It was like he wanted to come and drive here. But has anyone ever been on a dating app? Like, how is that?
Tinder. I'm not the one to talk to, because I'm happy to fuck on the first date. Just FYI, ladies,
not with little
out
quad.
there,
We've all seen it.
show up to my house. I'll put things in you. I will be happy to do so too. What?
I'm not going to fuck on the first date. My dad told me he loved me a lot.
Jesus.
Hey, now we're going to do a round table. Christian, you're a notorious ladies man with the game-changing yak, I think is the way to describe it.
Yes, that is how it's been described. Thank you, Husey.
Is fucking on the first date a problem?
Not usually, no. But I guess you do have to get her consent, though. So that's where it gets problematic. That's where it's a little bit less likely.
Hey, snowflake.
That's you. Ekul, is first night a problem?
It depends how promiscuous you are. So if you're not a piece of shit, then it's fine, because you probably chose someone else who's not a piece of shit as well. But if you're just sleeping with anyone, then they've probably got diseases. So you probably shouldn't do it.
Rochi?
Wait. That was shittiest logic. What are you saying, Ekul? You're like, yeah, if she's not promiscuous. If you're fucking her on the first date, she's promiscuous, Ekul. What are you saying?
No. She probably said, I don't usually do this. And you would believe
the first time I've ever fucked someone.
Why is Cayley laughing so hard when I said that?
Just all women say that.
Just to clarify, I don't think I've ever had a relationship where we didn't technically fuck on a first date. So maybe I'm.
Or
it's quite a flex pineapple.
Rochi, you're my man, but back, have you got a history of one-nighters?
Back in my day, even though I look like this, as you can imagine, there's plenty of females that also look like this, so it's pretty easy for me.
Yeah, and of course, ladies last. Lucy, is there a problem on the first night bang?
I won't even kiss on a first date, but I'll probably fuck on a second date. So,
all right.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Hey, ladies!
Well, I need them to do it on the first date, because no woman with their brain would want to see me again. So
that's why I wait till the second date.
See, if I can't get it on the first night, then I'm probably bored of you, and I'll have you deported.
Cayley, how many dates before you end up marrying them?
I also won is the answer to that.
Nothing like a nice vagina.
Me either.
Come on, KB. Come on. It's not okay to say that. I'll fuck on the first date. I'm cool with that. I mean,
that's fair.
as long as you smell good. If you smell good and whatever.
Come on, quad beggars can't be choosers. Even if they smell bad, you still would.
I can't even argue that. That's facts. That's facts. God damn it. You got me there. All right. Steve C coming in again. Steve C, thank you very much for the $5. We are paying very close attention. Dear Antler Body Lady. Wow, that's a long fucking name for a person.
That's a compliment. They're calling me thin.
That's not so much of a compliment. Like, when you see some of her yoga pose photographs, like she doesn't look in shape. She looks malnourished. Like she looks like you'd see something from in them Ethiopia fucking ads during the day.
I was thinking of Auschwitz, but all right, same.
Yeah, when aren't you? But I suppose we're gonna do a round table when it comes to Ashley. Rochi, would you?
No.
Good. Quad, would you?
Yeah, sure. I don't. Fuck it.
Cayley, would you?
No.
Christian, would you?
So this has to be a hypothetical, like not in my current life situation, right? Because but back in the day, I certainly did worse. So back 20 years ago, when she was probably in her early 40s, I would have, sure, 100%, I would have, as Quad would say, 100%.
Cayley, would you put your Stuttering John toy inside of her, though? I mean, come on.
No, I wouldn't want to defile it.
Oh,
just to see it. Just to. I mean, it says things. Wouldn't you be curious if you could put it in there and still hear
if I could hear it?
Yeah.
And
that's not who I would test it on.
And Ekul, just as a matter of interest, if the chance ever came up, you mentioned before that you would bang Kiki. Would you also put Ashley Cummings on that list?
Oh, that's fake news. I said FKT, but I didn't mean that kind of FKT. No, she's too old. And yeah, I like a little bit of something on her, and she doesn't have anything on her. So
yeah, I like a woman that looks like she knows her way around the wrong end of a sandwich. So Quad is the one with this message for Ashley.
I'd like to sink her with my pink torpedo.
Right. Yeah, what's that old saying? Food doesn't taste as good as thin feels, right?
Wrong.
I've eaten some pretty good fucking food. I know it is hard to
I've
agree
been
with that
200 pounds, dude. Food rules. Being skinny's over fucking rated, dude. Swear to God. You want your hips hurt? You want your hips to hurt when you sleep on any fucking mattress? Be a stupid skinny bitch. I am one, by the way. I'm like $126.
Yeah, how much did you lose? Like
I didn't lose. Oh shit! I was 198 pounds at my fattest.
Right. You.
And you're little. You're like 5 foot tall.
I'm 5 foot, so 198
I do
pounds.
need to interject,
Is
excuse me, that it's going to sound weird to maybe some of you, but not all of you. Lemmy's never seemed hotter than she does right now. The idea that she was 198 pounds, sign me up.
Little
big
fucking
redneck jugs.
Yeah, but that's the thing is that there's a photo Lemmy posted every once in a while of her when she looked when she was 200 pounds, and like we actually what we need is photographs of Lemmy standing beside things, because we need to really get a perfect image of how small she actually is. Like, what does she look like?
I've seen pictures of her at a county fair doing hog calls. She was pretty good at it. She looked like a hog too, might I mention.
Well, before we go on, Quad, do you think you've ever been lingered and not noticed it? Thanks for the 2-year-old.
You know, it's possible. It is possible. I sleep pretty heavy. I'm a heavy sleeper, so you never know. I take a lot of edibles before I go to bed too. That probably doubles down on that.
Wait, Quad, do you sleep face down?
No, but whatever. You could move me around and I might not even notice. I don't know. You're making me think too much, dang lizard. I don't appreciate that. Making me think back on all those times I woke up sore.
This one says, please interrupt the next person to talk with a drop. You know what I mean, Quad?
Yeah, thank you for the $2, Raper butt.
Thank you, Raper butt.
Yeah.
You little hog. God dang. You must have been round like a fucking beach ball.
I was so fucking round, and I had like huge double D's, man. I could not see my feet.
I just can't.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Big fucking tits.
Yeah, Lemmy been blessed with big milkers, muscular legs, And hope this doesn't come across as vulgar, but blowjob lips.
I want to eat your ass.
So, well, what a waste.
Over here in the States, we
Grammy.
call them DSLs, UZ FYI.
DSLs?
Yeah.
I get it. I haven't watched the Jersey Shore in a while, so I'm catching up. No spoilers, Quad.
Let me guess, you're a snooky guy.
Hey, wow, she looks like the type of cunt that could take a punch. Speaking of hitting women, Kristen, you're getting ready to go. Do you have any plugs you'd like to give that will be linked down below?
Well, apart from the idea that at some point over the next 24 hours, I'll imagine myself plugging Fat Lemmy. No disrespect to present day Lemmy, but sort of this image of Fat Lemmy is something that's going to stay with me for a while. I think my final thought on Ashley Cummings is that she just looks like her sister Whitney Cummings would have a painting of her in the attic at her house, and slowly has managed to keep her career going as a result. We've got Who Are These Broadcasters Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern on the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. July 1st is our 100th episode, and something's under lock and key, but everyone will want to tune in for that episode. You'll see someone that I think you're not expecting to see on that show ever. So little tease for July 1st. Nothing that crazy, Husey. Come on now.
Sorry.
I don't know any of those.
Can't wait to see Dennis Miller.
Like I said, nobody that you'd be expecting to see on the show, Quad. But anyway, thank you. I wish I had more time, but I blame Husey for not understanding how StreamYard works.
Yes. I don't know how most things.
Later, buddy.
Well, great to see all of you, except for the pineapple. You're still a cunt.
Of course.
All right.
Glad you know. All
Later,
right.
buddy.
Bye, everybody.
Stu Cluster, thanks for the fiver. I've heard better drops from the roof of the Camper Arena, May 99 over the edge. Do any of you normies get that reference?
No, we're not retarded.
We are.
It's a nerdy fucking reference. Who cares?
The wrestler Owen Hart was making his entrance from the ceiling. His hatch broke and he fell to his death.
How interesting.
And his kids
That is
grew up
funny.
without no dad.
Let me write that down real quick so I can. Yeah. Okay. Good. Got it.
You can write?
Wrongs. I can write wrongs. That's all.
See what he did? You can right wing as well. Yeah. You proud boy. Anyway, on with the BYB show. Fucking mouse froze.
Brilliant.
Didn't like this talk.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being a little thick.
I'm getting thick. I've gained like 10 pounds in a month. I'm getting thick, boy. I'm getting there.
Big
I'm trying to gain
fucking
weight.
tits.
Lemmy's pregnant.
I want to be like a $140.
Yeah, I spared you so far tonight, KB. I love playing that sound drop just for you, as you well know. Did I have to say?
Hang on, I have to pause. I just seen a comment that is quite fucking brilliant. Would like to read that one, Keely?
My glasses are not on. I cannot read that far. Thankfully, I feel like, based on all the snickering.
Go ahead, Ekul.
OG mumbling Nick. If only Quad showed Owen how to land.
See?
That's right.
Gee.
It even Jesus Christ is so pathetic. Ozone, $5. Thank you very much, sir. Mr. Kill Everything. I have a heart on. Ashley, want to go to lunch?
I feel like that's the appropriate response.
Yeah, change the subject. Yeah, let's go get some lunch.
Raging hard on. That's the way I like to describe mine. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Kill Everything. I have a hard on. Want to go to lunch? Is this true? I don't remember you guys saying that happened.
Oh no, someone said something about him saying something the next morning, and the only thing that happened was he like kind of whispered to me that when he woke up, so it was like we weren't even in the same area, but he said something like, I had a really big heart on this morning or something like that. And I was like, do you want to go to lunch? Like I was trying
It was like a friendly hard
deflect.
I was trying to
You're talking
deflect.
about
Yes, thank
deflecting. I
you.
like it.
I know
That's
this
a good
great
move.
Irish place. You know.
What the fuck's an Irish place?
More importantly, Husey, why did she think of the Irish as soon as Mystical Everything said, I have a hard one? What's all that about?
True. She's probably thinking we need to get him some whiskey dick ASAP. But yeah, the thing is, she, there's possibly a chance that what's his name, MKE did feel her up in her sleep, and she wouldn't notice because there's nothing on her that you can grope. So they're probably all telling the truth there. And plus, Mr. Kill Everything's a fucking wanker.
My thought was that she's got a gaper, and it's just it's so big that she didn't even notice.
Gaper, I barely know her.
No, let me walk Honda.
I too have had not people. Jesus Christ, that sound like a faggot right now. No, I too have had ladies put me in the friend zone. That's very sad when that happens. I'm not a fan of it.
And in the wrong parking zone. Anyway,
I didn't invite him over
you
to be like
bitch.
my friend lover. I invited him over to be like, we decided that he would drive here. He offered to, so that we would meet in real life to be friends. Like someone asked me on another podcast, like, was there a shot? And again, I hadn't seen him before 10 days. I didn't know anything about the extent of his drinking stuff. And
what the
but
fuck?
The second he got out of his car, I knew the only thing I ever wanted to be is possibly his friend.
You could have watched 5 minutes of his content and knew that he was a hardcore alcoholic, Ashley.
Yeah.
Shame on me.
Seriously. Not like trying to yell at you or anything. I know you have like super sensitive constitution or whatever, but like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Any amount of research.
Mersh said,
yeah, but she's right. Like, how the fuck did Ashley not know that the guy is a unbelievable alcoholic? Like, he's had facial paralysis at least twice during the stream because he's been so wasted.
She watches MLC. She said she like adamantly watches MLC. She has seen that guy plastered on MLC. There's no doubt about it. I don't believe that answer.
Yeah, that's. Do you think maybe, Cayley, that it was that sort of thing, like the dating app type thing, where she thought she liked the visual and then she seen it in real life and she was like, "Holy!" Oh, by the way, did you know that Mr. Kill Everything's only 38? I thought he was 50. So.
What?
Yeah, he's only 38 years old. Like the fucking Jim Caviezel looked healthier than him at the end of the Passion of the Christ. Not the exact ending. I mean the penultimate scene. Spoiler alert! I mean to give it away.
I think it's interesting there that Ashley, that she said when he got out of the car, that's when I knew that I wasn't interested. So to me, that means she might have been interested before he got out of the car. And if you're getting fucked up together and you're having fun, maybe things went farther than she was expecting them to, and then she felt ashamed, and then the story changed. So I don't know a ton about this story. Like, I've been kind of following, I've been listening to a little bit, but I do feel like I'm missing some pieces. So my understanding is Ashley has changed her story a bunch of times. Like, it started out like, no, nothing happened, and then it was, oh, well, maybe he was on the couch, and then it was maybe he was in my bed, and then it was, oh, he was definitely in my bed. And then here she's saying, oh, well, then, he told me he had a hard-on. So it seems like more and more pieces just keep coming out that are suspicious. I don't know. Is that right?
All the new parts coming out were from his end. Like he just kept saying more and more and more on MLC, like saying all this shit. And she was like, I don't, none of that happened is what she's saying anyway. I don't know if he's got a good imagination or what the fuck, but yeah.
This is for everyone wondering why I had to change screen. I wanted people to see Quad's face here. That's his facial expression when he watches the first 2/3 of 12 Years a Slave. He's a racist. He doesn't have any tolerance for the hip hop community, right, Quad?
Rap sucks. after he saw the way that you were pissed off at him, he said, all right, this guy's obviously got this lady pissed off. He said the worst thing you can have is a lady feel indifferent towards you. You obviously are very pissed off at Mr. Kill Everything. Is there a better chance now of you guys getting back together?
The worst thing would be if you woke up and you told the lady, I have a massive heart on, and then the lady says, me too. That's worse than whatever Claude's bringing up. Yeah.
Isn't that your dream date, Husey?
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, only one.
Now that you're actually
no, he's 100% wrong about that as well. It was mostly contextual. Like Melton started making videos about me that Monday, and then the week after that, he started saying publicly that he was dating me. Then escalated to he fingered me, and then escalated to like not denying that we didn't sleep together. And then in the last few days, he massaged my legs and picked me up. Like, so it's like. It was just, I was at a boiling point with everything. So I didn't respond probably the way they should have.
Sorry, Husey. The way she said that there is if she was more offended by the fact that Mr. Cool Everything said he gave her a massage. Like the fingering thing was fine. Like the sleeping in the same bed, that's fine. But hey, don't you dare say you gave me a massage. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, but the massage thing, it's actually in a weird way more intimate because at least if he was fingering her, she's getting something out of it. If she's getting a massage, she's just letting some early seasons version of John Goodman from Roseanne letting her massage her, and it's disgusting. Speaking of John Goodman, Cayley, next Tuesday?
Yes. Tuesday, the whatever is the Tuesday that's immediately after day. The 17th, is that a Tuesday? Tuesday, June 17th, Husey is joining me on my channel to talk all about 10 Cloverfield Lane, John Goodman's best role, of course, ever. Looking like a total fat ass. So, yeah, come check that out on Once Over with Cayley.
Exactly. Dang, thanks for the €2. Is Lemmy making out with an alcoholics expert? No, because he drinks light beer, and light beer is for...
Hey, snowflake.
So there you go.
Mule, $2. Let me read this. I don't understand.
No.
I
wish it was actually
I'm not reading that.
That I left for dead on the side of the road.
I ain't reading that.
Oh, let's play that again. Here we go.
I wish it was Ashley that I left for dead on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah, the broken neck guy. God, I was like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Yeah, Joey C. Famously yesterday fucking went on a walk and talk, and some dude was like, man, hey, help me out. I broke my neck. We're actually, maybe after the 2 hours is up and you take off, we're going to go through all of the Joey C. shit that happened yesterday. That is hilarious and blows my mind. But yeah, apparently he saw some dude with a broken neck. And
well, while Quad's reading that, Rochi, would you like to read out the super chat that Mule sent in? Because nobody else wanted to read it out. And it was hilarious because it was left on screen. For like
I never read it. I realized later. I was like,
yeah, that's going to help me, Husey, if you put us all at the bottom. Mate. Yeah.
Sorry, mate. I'm fucking on it.
Yeah, here you go. You're going to expose me for not being able to fucking read, right? Fruit, help me out.
Sure. Ashley, did you get jizzed on a lot as a kid? Get it?
No, it says, Ashley, y'all get came on a lot as kids. Get it?
Kids. What about the kids?
Yeah. Brilliant.
And the guy was like, hey, man, I broke my neck. Help me out. And Joey looked over him and was like, no, man, I'm on a live stream. Can someone help this guy? Like, what the fuck? Like, so amazing. It's like, yeah, no, that's not a big deal, man. You got a broken neck? Deal with it. I have a feeling that it has something to do with me being a quadriplegic and him, like, he hates probably wheelchair people now. I'm guessing. I don't really know. Maybe he's like,
they are pretty gross. Not gonna lie.
Hey, fuck you, bitch. That's rude. 7dub7, $5. Thank you very much, sir. Hi, Ashley. Are you sure that you are a Red Bar fan? A fan of his show, not his hair or cool sunglasses. Are you a fan of his show, not his hair or cool sunglasses?
So I know Mike and Jules personally. I'm a fan of them as people. I've very publicly said that I'm not a fan of a lot of things that he says.
By the way, this is when Lemmi starts getting annoyed at her and really starts going from ball busting to arguing with her. So this is when Stone Cold turns up.
You don't represent Red Bar, but I cover him.
How would you?
What?
How would you represent Red Bar?
Oh, sorry. Did you want to interrupt me? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I did. Could you or would you represent Red Bar? Like, who are you even?
I love
You're the
my
sister of some shitty comedian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley is a liar. She obviously had some sex play with MKE and regrets it, so is denying it now.
All right. Well, that was a statement, not a question.
Who are you? Who are you?
Who am I? I'm a nobody. I'm literally nobody.
Lemmi.
What's your name?
Lemmi. Lemmi was
My name is Lemmi.
I hope you have kind siblings.
I hate you today. Your passive aggression is so fucking old, dude. Stop.
Can I go early, please?
Can we just read? All right. Mockery is the Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. Okay.
Keely?
So, I just want to say also, before Lemmi came on, I think Lady KB did an awesome job of questioning things as well. And Quad, you did a great job. Even back then, like even earlier in the episode again, before Lemmi came on, Ashley just kept being like, oh, I just want to go. I just want to go. This is so like, why is she being mean to me? Why is she being mean to me? So I loved watching Lemmi then continue pushing. Like Lady KB was probably the least of Ashley's worries.
Yeah. No, but
I was just trying to keep it like deflecting and like sidetracking her and like
them.
just
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, like I never answered like, "Can I go?" I would be just like, read super chats, and she was like, "Okay." It was like, whatever. We kept her around for an hour and 45 minutes, so I think we did good.
Thanks for the $2 from Dan from Nice Podcast. Stupid. Rochi, ever give a massage to a man? Case closed. Well, Rochi, have you?
Yeah, of course. But I told Dan that in private. I don't know why he's telling everybody. You know.
Jesus. And can every Tuesday be a huge day? Well, it certainly can. Once I get rid of these fucking fruits, Ekul, you need to go. You say. What plugs do you have which are already linked down below?
Yep, just come and follow me. Ekul Pineapple. It's easy to do. Just find me on YouTube, you motherfuckers. Thanks for having me, mate.
Wanker. There you go. I'm glad he's fucking gone. I never liked him anyway. He seems like a G word.
With the Red Bar thing. Okay, so you've been a fan of Red Bar for a long time. You've watched a lot of it, and you're friends with Jules and Mike himself, right? Mike David. How did you not know, like, with people covering you, and then you like saying that you're going to go after Clippers? Just going back to that whole thing, like, how did you not know that was going to go bad?
What? So you said go after Clippers. I wrote 3 or 4 people after I got into my car or into an Uber after teaching. And like, I just downloaded X like a month and a half ago. I wasn't used to any of this. I didn't understand any of this. So the way that you worded that, your verbiage, I don't feel like was.
Okay. So.
And Kiki has joined the chat for anyone, the episode, anyone listening to the audio version. So Ashley is a yoga teacher who didn't have any social media or X to promote her business. I'm thinking she probably wasn't highly in demand, right, Brochi?
Yeah, 100%, Husey. There's no way. I think she said at one point she's got 3 clients, which is an interesting wordage that she used there for people that obviously pay her to teach them how to, I suppose, try and turn themselves inside out.
Yeah. Hang on, here's KB with a comment just about Keanu. KB, thanks for the 5. Keanu came into Cloud Chase for her 7-viewer podcast. Professional comedian, and her sickest burn was I have greasy hair. FKT. I gotta be honest with you, I thought that Keanu's lines were pretty funny though. And the next time I'm hanging out with my gay friends, which is every day, God, I will also use the dry shampoo line on her. There's a Keanu and KB feud going on behind the scenes, it seems. So Keanu immediately comes in to start on KB. She doesn't go after Lemmy because Keanu's not fucking crazy. But we'll see. I think people genuinely fear Lemmy. She's the smallest person in the Dabbleverse, yet she's one of the most powerful. She should run for president.
So let me put it like this. Like Melton zooming in on your face and doing all that, the same kind of shit that like Mike Redbar does on shows all the time. Like that's exactly the same kind of stuff that like Redbar does. So if you were a fan of Redbar and seen all that kind of shit, then wouldn't you have like understood that that's just the way shows are? They look at your show and pick it apart, kind of fuck with you,
That's
talk
actually
shit.
like the best question that I think I've been asked in the last 20 minutes I've been here. I feel like Red Bar does it a little bit artistically, a little bit differently.
And is at least funny? Yeah, maybe a little bit
compared to Melton.
Yeah,
Hi,
right.
Keanu.
Hi, Ashley. Sorry, I wasn't gonna come on. I came on to say you're doing a great job. Don't let anybody gaslight you. You are beautiful, and who cares? Your face is flawless. And but go ahead, and then I gotta go.
Yeah, welcome, Keanu. You can hang out for a minute. Come on.
Because then I'm out.
I was listening. Mazzy, is it? Is it Mazzy?
Me?
Oh, that's KB and you know Lemmy.
Well, hi, Lemmy. Also, I love you, Lemmy. Yeah. Is it? It's
KB.
Mazzy? KB?
KB.
No, my
KB.
name's KB.
KB. Okay, I thought you were. Oh, I just thought. If you think that why don't you just get a job and then be like, I was just asking a question. I did find that like bizarrely condescending when she's telling you she has one. Number two, if you guys don't, maybe it's only happened to people like me, or it's happened to me. Somebody, you invite them over and then, you think you're not giving them the wrong idea, and then they're butthurt that they didn't get laid, and then they make up something else about it. So it's definitely happened. So
you're saying that you got finger blasted once too. Got it.
It's just,
Thanks, Keanu. No one asked.
No, I'm just saying. I just was listening, and also I was invited on the show, so I was listening.
I would say that Keanu's been finger blasted more than once, to be honest. But Cayley, do you think that that's the Keanu makes a good point there?
I actually do, which is shocking. I think there's absolutely, this story could go one of two ways. One is, there's no way to figure out what's actually happening here because everybody could be making things up. There's a lot of reason for Ashley to act.
Trying to say ahead. You said the finger blasting could go one of two ways. You know what I mean, guys? The pink and the stink. Sorry, go ahead.
Beautiful. I think that there's motive for Ashley to make things up. I think that there's motive for Mr. Kill Everything to make things up. And, it's possible. What I think probably happened is someplace in between. I feel like probably there was a little bit of something and,
Dog was in between, actually.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep saying the things. It's
but
great.
The thing is
wonderful.
Yeah. But the thing is, I heard that Mr. Kill Everything and his ex were only together for like 6 months. Yet he talks about them like they were fucking Zach and Kelly from Saved by the Bell. You know what I mean? Like he's a nut, and he thinks. Like I think if he spoke, if Cayley invited him on the show to talk about whatever the fuck film Resident Evil 6, the really good one, that he would somehow take that as some type of romantic date. if you reviewed Blue Jasmine, he would count that as getting a BJ. Get it?
A lot of guys will take any sort of attention. So like I've had guys, I've been like, hey, you did a great job on this podcast. And then a guy has taken that as like me hitting on them. And so it's a weird line for women. So I definitely can understand why maybe something came across wrong.
Yeah.
You were hitting on me when you said it was nice to be on a podcast.
Yeah, you did a great job. You did a great job.
Kelly's always
I'll DM you later.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Kelly's always
I can't
said
wait.
to me in private that she'd love to know it'd be like the bang Sam Elliott if he was completely racist. And I says, well, Quad, your guy, you know.
Hey, Kaylee, what's up with these goddamn you-know-whats?
That is what I say.
Wait, Hughes, are we just gonna?
I wasn't gonna go on, but I.
Yes.
Sorry, mate. Are we just gonna allow like Keanu clearly not knowing who KB was slide? Like that's
Great point.
like a big insult to not only BYB itself, but KB. So like straight
Great
away,
point.
she's like, she mentioned Mazzy's name like 3 times. No, that's Mazzy, right? It's like, you dumb bitch, and you've been watching the show, like, so you should know who's on. You know what I mean?
And-
Rather than just jumping on, trying to get attention and hopefully views on our own channel. That's what she's after.
Or try to make a new friend as well, too, right?
Ooh.
Ashley.
Oh yeah, good point.
She'll try to get her on. She sees what she sees. She sees the super chats pouring in. She sees all of that. She's very aware of what. If she can get Ashley on her show, hopefully the same happens for her. I guarantee. Sorry to cut you off, Lucy.
I will say also that Brochi, I'm so glad that you said that because I was absolutely thinking about that. And actually, one of the first times I was on BYB, Keanu was also there, and she didn't know who I was either. And I'm small potatoes. Not knowing KB is one thing, not knowing me is another thing. But I felt like when you know who's going to be on with you, like you research them a little bit, right? Like you go and you're like, okay, what other things do they do? Because that's like a polite thing to do. You're about to work with somebody. Don't you want to know a little bit about them? Like, don't just jump on and be like, oh, who the hell are you?
Also, it's, I hate to say this, but it's the truth. And it's one thing that Quad always laughs at me for. It's the same thing her husband does, right? They just come in to cause havoc just to try and get viewership afterwards. Yeah. And it's like, we know what you're doing. It's fine, I suppose, but don't claim like they used to at the start that they wasn't coming in to be part of the Dabbleverse. Now, a year and a half later, here is Keanu coming on, talking to Ashley, who happened to be on probably one of the biggest Dabbleverse shows, MLC.
I think it's more just a case of Keanu coming in to talk shit. Like, she probably did know who KB was. She just wanted to have a go at her for past comments. So, to be honest,
you think Keanu is nagging KB here?
Yeah, I think that because as we go on, I think this was a kind of a funny appearance by Keanu in that because before she's usually arguing with a group of guys. Now it's women arguing, and women are better at arguing than men because men are just like, you're gay and stupid. While women use these things called brains and say sort of witty observational stuff while people are going, where you get that hat from, Quad? The gay shop? Really good stuff.
Shut up or I'll stab you with my penis.
Yeah, we're up our own arse. This is good stuff, Billy.
Because I'm exhausted, but I had to get in there and say that, you know. So don't let anybody. He's just saying that just to be, you know, he's embarrassed that he didn't get to have sex with you when you maybe weren't even trying to give him that impression, right, Ashley?
Thanks, Kiki, and I appreciate you coming on because I was feeling quite bullied over here.
Believe me, I've
Keanu, you're defending sexual
I don't know what you're
assaulters just
fucking
like
talking
you
about.
do.
Wait.
I've never
You broads
bullied a
can't even
woman
tell
in my life.
time.
Jeez,
You
are
can't even
saying
read
that
a clock. Shut up.
I can. But anyway, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Your hair's a little greasy tonight, whoever you are. But anyway, It's all right. I don't know. Maybe a little dry shampoo might work out for you. I'm not sure. I thought you were I thought you were Mr. Kill Everything's wife or something. Anyway,
Come on, that's a funny thing to say, right, Rochi?
The dry shampoo or the Mr. Kill
Rochi,
Everything's wife? Which one's worse?
Rochi, take your hair bobble out and let us see your long locks. Do you have the same hairstyle as Keanu? This guy,
Yeah, I believe
Christ.
so. I believe also I might have a bigger chest than Keanu. That's because I'm not built like a 12-year-old boy.
Because like you enjoyed that line there, didn't you, baby?
I was there for the entire thing. I enjoyed.
Yeah, we
every
know it's
second
your
of it,
fucking
of
show. I'm
course.
talking about the fucking line, you dumb.
Yeah, BYB
cunt.
is great. Shut up, Husey.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, of course. All the lines were great. The hairline was great. You can't read a clock. They were fucking brutal. And Ashley loved it too. That she was getting a little bit of help there at the last.
Women are
She
evil.
needed
to
a
each
little
other.
help. She thought she was getting ganged up on. So
But that's Cayley what makes it so entertaining to watch because there's intelligence going on. Well, maybe not intelligence, but it's
thanks.
No, I'm saying it's like, but then again, to be fair, Ashley was getting a little. I don't know if bullied is the right term, but she was outnumbered.
I agree. And again, so before Lemmy came on, before Keanu came on, I do think for the most part, I really liked everything that Lady KB was saying. But I did understand again earlier on in the episode when Lady KB and Ashley were kind of going back and forth about if Ashley is accusing somebody of, sexual assault. And during that conversation, I understood why both of them were getting frustrated at each other, but I didn't feel like Ashley was getting hurt. And I did think that she made actually kind of an okay point there. She wasn't saying it well, but I understood what she was saying. And so listening to that back and forth was a little challenging for me.
Here's a comment by Six String Man, who thanks for being a member. Ashley seems like the type of woman whose love is dependent on how much you bought for her this week. Jesus. What do you think, Quad, bitch?
She admittedly says that she's looking for a rich man to marry. So there you go.
Well, that's not going to happen with an arse like that. Just saying. There you go.
that's why I thought that you were. So it's even worse that you're being so rude to this woman that you don't even know. Right. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I asked her a question.
You
I
said,
literally asked her
and
a
then you
question,
acted
and
like
she-
it wasn't a condescending fucking question.
To
It
be
wasn't.
fair, Ashley, everything Ashley says is dripping in condescension.
Exactly.
Just
Thank
saying.
you, Lemmy.
Let Kiki speak because that is the truth.
Right. Well,
So
it
is what I
It's
said.
true. And I was just listening. I was just going let's be a little let's not gaslight her into thinking that wasn't a weird condescending question. That's all.
The first one
If
was
you could just own
condescending.
it and be like, yeah, I was fucking with you, right? Then that
Does
was
it-
fine, but whatever. Anyway,
Does it seem like
that was the second point.
it's a
is-
pause fucking button? Jesus Christ.
I'm
Easy.
getting
Come on.
confused. There's two fucking quads dressed the exact same with the same background.
I actually am wearing the exact same shirt I was wearing on Monday. That's fucking, that's hilarious, actually. Shit, I forgot my point. Jesus. Oh no, it seems like Keanu just learned the word gaslighting because this last month she's used that word so many fucking times I can't tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Like she said it with Nick Ricada, and then she brought it onto this show. It's like, did you just learn this word and you just can't stop saying it now?
She does have to say I like Kiki, but she does repeat herself a lot. She's like the fat boy Slim.
Bing,
of
bing, bing.
podcasters.
She gets fixated on things.
Yeah. She can get fixated
I get
on my
fixated
dick.
on things too, Lucy.
All right.
Here we go. We're getting into the dirty section.
If he thought he was going to get to have sex with you or do whatever, then it's and you didn't, and you just fell asleep in the bed, that happens. If she's saying she wasn't fingered, for the love of God, I hope that she doesn't know that that it didn't happen and she just isn't aware of it. That would be really bad, but I believe she probably knows. Anyway.
When I heard Kiki, when I heard I was fingered, that was news to me. Hence my comment. If that happened, I was not awake.
That's not good. Not good at all.
Throwing out the seeds of sexual assault. That's super fun.
I don't want to go up in the pink, by the way. It's quiet. Kiki, that is not.
Now I'm just gonna keep on fucking talking, bitch. I'm here to trigger you. That's all I'm here to do.
Lemmy's good.
Don't tell me to shut up. I won't stop talking until Quad takes me off the fucking screen. Just to fucking crawl up your ass.
I'm listening, Ashley. I'm listening.
Kiki, that is not it. For me to respond to an accusation, 9 minutes. For Kiki.
Hey, ladies, I'm going to say right now that I love it. You're all are making progress. All right. You're doing great. All right, Kiki.
I'm sure. I'm positive you don't like me either, old timer. But if me and Lemmy can get over our issues and be all right, then we.
And by the way, I was gonna say I can't remember the name of that guy up in the top right. What's his name?
Honk.
Oh, fuck yes, Honky the Clown. He looks exactly like Vincent D'Onofrio, and it's weird and distracting.
Just add 40 years.
Jesus, Quad, you're being harsh tonight, babe.
We all can, right? So
that's true. That is true.
Yes, exactly. Go ahead, Ashley. I was listening.
Kiki, to respond to Kevin Brennan asking me if that happened, this thing that, to my knowledge, I hadn't even heard of happening 2 weeks after this person left my house, back to fucking Arizona. To respond, if that happened, I was asleep, is not equal a sexual assault complaint or whatever this woman blamed me.
I beg to differ.
It kind of is.
Okay, I have a thought exercise.
Why couldn't you?
That's horrible. This is a serious question, though, which I think is an interesting question. If this happens to a woman, she has a guy over, the guy has sex with her when she's asleep. She has no idea that it happened. She doesn't get pregnant. She doesn't get any STDs. Nothing bad happens. Her reputation never gets put on the line. It's not like he's going around and telling everybody I banged so-and-so. Nobody ever finds out about it. Nothing bad happened. Is that a bad thing?
If a tree falls.
If a tree falls in your vagina. Yeah, if a tree falls in your vagina, does it make a noise? But I do think that that's a really interesting question, because what we're basically asking is the guy in this scenario, he's happier because he got banged and he probably liked the way that he did it. And the girl doesn't know, so she's not any worse off. So really, we just made the world a better place. And that's a horrible, horrible, horrible thought exercise. But it's interesting, and I think that Ashley is leaning into that a little bit without saying it in that way. And that's fucked up.
I like this world you've come up with. We're just getting laid. Nobody's a
Don't
victim.
like it that much.
Everybody's happy.
I think it's kind of a bad thing. Like, how do you doggy style a woman while she's asleep?
Well, maybe you wouldn't like it, but perhaps there's a guy who would enjoy that sort of activity.
Yeah, his name's Bill Cosby.
Yeah, but what if he starts getting into like the extra stuff and he starts like fingering her arse while she's asleep and she wakes up and he's like, oh fuck. Anyway,
well, if she finds out about it, then the tree didn't fall into her vagina. It fell into her ass.
But if she's only asleep, as in, I'm going to take a quick nap, wake up, going, what the fuck are you doing? We're on the bus.
So then you have to ask the question, is there a difference between, if I say that exact same scenario, is there a difference between if she's asleep versus if he drugged her? And that's another thought exercise.
I just don't understand how you could do it unless you've got a really small dick and you're unbelievably gentle. There's no way you're not going to get caught. Like, unless she slept naked and had one of her legs in the air or whatever position. I don't see how you could do it unless you get her drugged. Right, lads?
It's a thought exercise.
And again, I think that the point that Ashley is making here is an interesting point. What she's saying is that that she's not accusing him of assault And that to me makes sense. Her argument makes sense to me here.
I
Just because
did
not
admit
just because
to her at the end that it's like I get what she's saying, but if someone asked you like, did that happen, you probably would just say, no, that never happened, right? Isn't that the right response? That's I guess another question.
I mean, that's a harder question to say, because if somebody says it publicly, then chances are I do need to respond to it. So would I respond in the same way that Ashley has to this? I don't necessarily know that that's the case, but I would probably say something similar. I would probably say, I don't recall that happening. If he's saying that happened, then he's owning himself right now, because I don't recall that happening. If that is the truth, if that's the truth of what happened, that would probably be my response.
Well, I say that always ask for consent.
Am I allowed to put my penis in your vagina right now?
See? Thanks for the dough bucks.
You just say no. He didn't finger me. Why did you have to say, I must have been asleep?
A very vague answer. If it happened, I was asleep. Well, it didn't or it
I
didn't.
believe I did
That's
say
a
that
weird
didn't
answer.
happen, and Kevin kept pressing me, and I said, if this happened, I was asleep.
Why even say that?
Exactly.
Well, why is he saying
100%
it
the
happened?
truth.
Why is he saying it happened?
Exactly. Thank you.
What
Kiki.
he's
Can I get
saying
that
doesn't
word?
matter. Your response is what matters. That's what we're talking. We're talking about your response. You could have just said, no, it didn't fucking happen. He's a liar.
You should start at the root of the problem. Is she doesn't remember that it happened. He's saying it is because he's butthurt that he didn't get laid. And
Nothing ever happened is the truth.
Yeah. Right. That's
Okay,
the
then why
truth.
didn't you just say
not
that?
to
Why did you
begin
have
with?
to say, yeah,
I
exactly.
didn't say that. You should
Shouldn't
all
have said that,
I'm
right.
gonna see over and over again how many times they keep talking about it and how many times they ask me. And finally, I said,
Ashley, that's something you're going to have to learn about MLC. Is that Kevin Brennan has 2 topics, and he has 6 rotating guests, and they talk about the same shit all the time. They still get that Felicia Dixon bitch on to talk about Pat Dixon, which is fucking boring. But that so this whole thing, whether Ashley knows it or not, she's going to get this spoken about forever. And by the end of the year, Mr. Kill Everything is going to say that he fucking tossed your salad. That's just what he does. That's the way it is. Right, Rosie?
Yeah, 100%. What's funny though is I thought at some point Keanu went, well, the bottom line is, and I thought she was going to say, you shouldn't have gone on a podcast talking about private stuff if you didn't want it to get out there in the world, and therefore you have to defend your or his actions, right? But she didn't. She was like, why didn't you just not answer the question to Brennan? And it's like, well, Keanu, you've been in the same situation with Brennan on his own show where you've gone, no, I'm not going to talk about that. And then by the end of the episode, you've already spilt the beans and more shit afterwards as well.
And cried.
Yeah, I would say to people, don't meet up in public with guys like MKE or me in real life. Apart from, don't tell anyone I said that. I have plans to kidnap her.
I want to eat your ass.
It happened when I was not awake.
What if it did happen while you were asleep?
I don't
That's
think
fucked
so.
up. Then
I'm just curious. I'm just saying. What if it did?
Would a lady know that? Like, just there's 4 of you here. Would you know if your stuff got touched? Like
I
that?
just noticed, Quad, do you have my fucking background on your thing that is so strange? Sorry.
Yes, I
Oh,
made
you
my
have
own.
great
You like it?
face.
You like the cue?
Looks lovely. Yeah.
I got the cue and all of it. Quadcast.
Podcast. That's lovely. Anyway,
gay
sorry.
quad.
No,
that's all I can say.
I swapped it. It's fun.
Also, Ashley, Kevin Brennan's a really good dude. Actually, we're not
No,
best
he's
friends.
not.
He's done me
That's
wrong in
so
the past
untrue.
too, but he's
no, what he did was use you for content, and you still allow it to happen because you're such good friends.
Listen, I've known Kevin Brennan,
But he pays you, so it's
many
worth it.
Years. No,
Yeah,
I've known him for fucking years.
he pays
If
you,
it
it's
weren't
worth
for-
it.
I met Gino through Kevin Brennan. That was the first show I ever did. You guys are on the internet. Not you.
Yeah, well, that's not really something to celebrate, Kiki. Gino is a smelly man, right, Quad?
Smelly wop. No, I was thinking that too because it's funny how they're like, none of you guys have ever met Aaron Imholt. We hung out in real life, and like that. That's another thing she's talked about. In yeah, why you guys can't hate Aaron? You've never met him. How you don't know anything about it? It's like, we've seen a few samplings of him. We're good. Thanks. I don't think I need to meet him in real life to know he's what he is. I won't even call him names, but yeah, same shit. Like, I don't need to meet Kevin Brennan in real life to know he's a smug prick. Like, I've seen it in action over and over, and I see how he uses people on his podcast. It's fine. It's fine. I don't care. But you're not friends. No, he said it on his own podcast. We're not friends. He said it to Ashley's face. She was like, "Oh, we're all friends here," and he was like, "I'm not friends with anyone on my podcast." He said that. He meant it. It's not a joke.
Yep.
Or whatever. But like, you're on the internet. You don't.
Yeah,
have
we're on the
personal
internet watching how he treats
you.
you.
Don't have
We
personal
watch.
relationships in real life with these people. Listen.
I know. We just
best
watch the
friends,
stuff they say to you and laugh at
I
your
don't want a
physical
personal
abuse and everything else. I mean, he only has made you and Ashley
He
cry. No
never
one
laughed
else here
at
has
my
ever
physical
cried.
abuse. He never laughed.
No
at
one
my
else
physical
has ever
abuse.
cried on MLC besides you and Ashley. You guys
When
are
did
such
I
good
cry
friends.
on MLC?
When he brought up the whole Jason Scoop thing when you were on, you
Excuse
started
me,
crying.
I don't feel that. Oh, he didn't. He brought it up because it was in the news, and
Because he wants to use you for content.
I do not fucking feel like.
Cayley, do you know who Jason Scoop is?
I don't think so.
Do you remember it was a couple of months ago? A guy went viral. He dressed up as Donald Trump and he harassed.
Oh
Alec
yeah.
Baldwin.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
He was Cayley's ex-boyfriend, and he was very aggressive with her and sexual abuse stuff.
Ex-husband, actually.
Oh, were they married?
No, I don't know.
Oh.
No, go ahead.
By the way, he should have sucked his
They were.
cock a couple of times. I think that's the main issue, right, Rutsy?
Wait, I wasn't aware he was working as a bouncer at a comedy club.
Jesus. But at least if he is, at least we know of someone we could go to for a hookup, right, guys?
Embarrassed about getting a little misty-eyed over talking about my ex who mercilessly fucking.
I'm just saying your
beat the
good
shit out of
friend
me.
Kevin makes you both cry. He's your
No,
good
he
friend
wasn't
Kevin
saying-
Brennan.
What? Shut up. He not shut up. You can have your opinion, but it's wrong. He was bringing up what was going on with me, and I got a little emotional talking about it. That's not a fucking bad thing to do.
I cry on my stream all the time.
I've never cried on the internet once. Whatever. I've seen a bunch of these guys cry too. It's not even like a lady thing. I'm not taking shots at you. I'm just saying.
No, I'm
the
saying
dudes
I
cry
got-
all the
Your
time. dude.
really good friend makes you cry, not in a
I'm
good
not
way.
saying. Didn't I just say we're not best friends? But Kevin.
You said
is,
you've
in
been
my
friends
opinion-
for decades or
No,
whatever.
I said I've known him for
She's
a
known him for
decade.
years.
Yeah, I said I've known him for years. An actual human being that I know, right? The Seattle wheelchair guy. You don't know anybody in person here, correct? So you can say
No,
whatever
shots
you
fired.
I
want.
don't.
Right.
No, I
Shots
don't.
fired.
I see all of you guys and how you act on streams and how you guys interact with each other.
I
And
take it back
when
because-
you guys are hanging out at a bar, he's really nice to you. He gets you on a stream and he says, "Isn't that funny how that guy broke your arm, Keanu?" And you're like,
No,
"Hey,
wait.
my best friend
See,
is
this
totally
this-
not using me
this
for
is how
content
little-
right
this
now."
is how little you fucking know, because Kevin Brennan I've never been to a bar with Kevin Brennan ever. After a show.
Oh, well, I thought you guys were really good friends in
I
real life.
said
So
I've
wouldn't
known
you have
him
hung
for
out at
10
Sullivan's
years.
with him?
I said,
Wouldn't you
no,
have
he
hung
doesn't
out
go
at
to
Sullivan's with him?
That's how much you know that he very rarely. He might traipse in a bike helmet sometime to hang out with Gino. I didn't work at Compound. I just went on shows there a lot. So see, again, that's what I'm trying to let you know. These are.
I don't like. Obviously,
I mean, Jesus Christ! I made her say like 15 different points the wrong way. Like, wow, she was all over the place. I hadn't actually watched that part of it back yet. That is amazing. I really did get her to say just about every which way but loose there.
I don't like how obviously Ashley's trying to make herself appear to be busy, like on the phone, or she's taking it out the fucking, what would you call it, text or whatever.
This also drives me insane. So, Quad, you were paying her. This is a job. Like, be mild. I understand that, like, what we do is a wacky, weird universe, and sometimes we're all going to be unprofessional as fuck, but, like, an ounce of professionalism is nice. And I just feel like getting your phone out in the middle of a stream is, I feel like it's rude.
Well, she also, like, in the very beginning, she was like, right before the show, she was like, oh, I got a pizza coming. And so whatever, we held off starting the show till she had to go answer the door to get her pizza. And then as soon as I started the show, she like KB had a mean comment. She was like, I just came here to eat my pizza and hang out. And it was like, what? Wait a minute. I never agreed on like hanging out, eating pizza on a stream.
Yeah,
like,
you want to hear all the lip smacking?
Yeah. It was like, what are you saying? She left 15 minutes early. Whatever. It's fine. I want my $2 back.
Yeah, and no skinny woman. When a skinny woman eats her pizza, they probably don't even finish the whole thing in a night. It's like, well, yeah, what's the point? Is that I'll have half a pint of Guinness, please? It's like, no, don't have it. Have nothing or have a pint. That's the whole point. Oh, fuck off. I'm tired of these fucking people.
You have internet friends, correct? Yeah, there you go.
I miss you.
All your friends are internet friends too, by the way.
I love that place. Absolutely. Anyway, also, Quad, I love you too. And I shouldn't have said Seattle wheelchair guy. That was wrong of me. And I would like to.
That was hilarious.
If you said Portland, close enough. I'm good with that.
There you go. Anyway.
I'm not sensitive. Come on now. Don't be silly.
I'm not saying.
Yes, especially below the waist. But Quad, so you aren't from the South?
Oregon. Look it up on a map if you're confused, buddy.
Fuck that. I could have sworn you were like the most southern hillbilly, clammy, racist guy around, and now I'm finding out you're a city boy.
No, I live far from cities. Yeah.
You used to work on the stock market with the guys.
They sell Confederate flags here too. Suck it.
Did you go out afterwards and have a cold one and stuff?
A cold what?
Alcohol, you fucking retarded cunt. Jesus
Christ. What did you just ask? I didn't hear you.
No. Is this you? Arsehole.
Yeah.
And Kevin Brennan's the best guy in the world, but I have known him for a long time.
You didn't say he's not.
Well, don't let anybody
you vouch.
Like
so what you did was vouch for him to Ashley is what you did. I was here. I
don't know. Well, he's.
Hey, by the way, Ashley, Kevin Brennan's totally a good guy. Don't worry about what Claude said about him and Chad being pieces of shit earlier.
Well, I was going to say in my last 3 minutes here, Kevin has been very clear that he's not my friend. And the only reason I go on his show is because he pays me.
That's right.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah, he
made
it very clear today.
He's not friends with anybody.
That's what he would probably, that would be the happiest that would make him. Like, he doesn't want friends. So it would be, but at least he pays
I've met him
you.
multiple times.
Right?
So then what was Keanu's entire fucking point about like, oh, I've known him for years? What is the point of that?
I'm getting really confused.
It's insane. It really is insane. Listen to this quad, not that quad. That guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
So what were you saying there, Derek?
What the fuck is Keanu's point? Like, I don't get it. I've known Kevin Brennan for years, but yet she understands that the happiest Kevin Brennan is one without friends. It's like, what? So what's the point of knowing someone for years in real life if you're not friends with them?
Content?
What the fuck? What was her point? It's so insane. What she's like arguing just for the sake of argument. Like, it doesn't. There's nothing there. Is that what Keanu's up to these days? Like, she did good with Nick Rekieta, but all her points were shit. Like, that does seem to be her gimmick, right? Horrible points, but decent like arguing style. I don't know, man.
Right now, I think that after the Rekieta thing, Keanu is used to being ganged up on by a big group of people. And I think that she probably, all right, let me just not rephrase it at all, but continue along here. And I think that she saw what was happening to Ashley and she felt for her. And I respect that. And I do think Keanu sometimes makes really good points. I know we all make fun of Keanu a lot, and there's a lot of reason to do that. But every so often, she really hits the nail on the head. I agree that what she just said there was nonsense. But I also want to point out, Ashley here, something that I find really refreshing about her is her honesty about wanting money. Like, I feel like that's kind of one of the things that Keanu might be missing. A lot of people are just like, Keanu is clout chasing, Keanu is doing this. Ashley is like, no, I just want money. And I respect that. That's a perfectly reason to do things. Perfectly good reason to do things.
I actually have a clip of Ashley mentioning this on her own blog here. Give me some money.
I mean, Husey, the only reason that I even agreed to do this today is because you agreed with me right before I came on that you were going to give me 20% of the super chats, right? Right.
No, I said I was going to give you. I said I was going to give you 69.
Oh.
Right, guys? Hey,
the good old two-finger discount. Thank you.
Pulled.
Across the board. Don't let anybody gaslight you.
Kiki, I'm going to be over and out.
Gaslight again.
I'm out too. I didn't mean to disrupt you.
And I appreciate everything that you said tonight, and I like you.
I had to pop. I wasn't going to come, but I had to pop in. Come on, Keanu Cast sometime.
Thanks for your input, Keanu. It was well. You did so well. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You seem marginally nice. All right. Bye, everyone.
I am.
Bye.
Bye.
Let me do these real quick.
Kiki is the dumbest one on screen.
Yes. Thank you.
And that's how it ended. You look a little Asian there, Quad, I've got to say.
Shut it.
Just saying, you look like you know how to do a roundhouse. So that was, of course, the great Lemmi versus
joke? Prick.
It is now. So come on. So that was, of course, the great. As I just realized, I've misspelled the title. Ashley Cummings versus Light Lemmi. I'll have to edit that in post. But there you go. So we're going to check the poll. Not that one.
Yeah, that's not the first time you said that.
Dirty animal. Let's see. Did Lemmi go too hard in the fight? Let's see what the results are. How do you do this? Fucking okay. 59% say no. Ashley had it coming. So there you
Why
go.
don't you show it on screen?
How do you do that?
How do you do that? Let's go.
Can you do that?
He's lying. He's lying about the results of the poll. We all know it.
Oh, we'll go look at the chat, you lazy bastards. I don't want to do everything. How do you do that anyway, Derek?
I mean, you just gotta go to the chat itself, and you can share that screen. Click on shares.
Let's see.
Well, usually while you're doing that, I think it's quite apropos that Keanu come on and the argument stopped.
Yeah. There's the thing there. See? How do you do this?
Very good. I'm very impressed right now.
There you go, Quad. Great idea, you fucking piece of shit.
Sorry to make it rough for you, buddy.
But anyway, we do have one last compliment for Cayley here from Yulebrenner's Balls for $4.99. Wow, Cayley, just wow. You really class up the joint. Hashtag shameless simp.
Why, thank you. It was all that talk about a tree falling in a vagina. I know.
Yeah. I like that kind of talk. Wood.
It's really classy. Classy lady over here.
Wait, just to clarify, Quad, were you able to do that with your gimpy hand, sir?
My little gimpy fingers work better than Hughesy's well-performing fingers. Hi, Ashley. Hi. My fingers work good.
So did you think I was a liar, Quad?
Did I think you're a liar, or were you inept? Which one are you asking, really?
Nerd.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap stuff up.
That's what she said.
Before the rape. Rochi, what
Yeah, no, she didn't. She was asleep.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
What plugs do you have, Rochi?
None. This is my real hair, sir. No plugs at all. Nobody go and follow the fruit. He's not worth it.
Hang on. I just want to give you the music for good jokes. Quad, what plugs do you have apart from your bragging about how you know how to show poll questions that I already fucking read the answer out on anyway?
I don't care. I was just fucking with you anyway. It's more fun doing that. Yeah, everybody come check out Rochi on the Weekly Dabble Review, 5:00 Eastern on Sunday. I think we'll do
Fucking peck a sugar.
And Lucy, the real draw of the show and my personal favorite film critic on YouTube, not that cunt Tony from Hack the Palooza or whatever his name is. Cayley, what plugs do you have?
Well, something very exciting coming out with Tony from Hack the Movies tomorrow. But also you can find my YouTube channel once over with Cayley, Cayley, where I talk about movies. New releases every Tuesday. This upcoming Tuesday, the 17th, live premiere at 6:30 p.m. Husey is joining me, and we talked all about 10 Cloverfield Lane. So come watch us talk about very, very fat John Goodman. It'll be great.
I think we should just fuck, Cayley. Is that
Yeah,
cool?
I'm in. Let's go. Yes, and yes to all of that. I miss Lemmy. Lemmy is wonderful.
Excellent. Well, we are going to do a big wave goodbye, or as Quad calls it, a elbow shake goodbye. And we're going to say bye-bye, everybody, and hit the end of the stream, okay? Rochi?
And if you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, baby, please don't go.